And so, you know, 2016 is the doo-dooest year in the history of my entire life.
Which sounds to me like someone's led a pretty fucking charmed life. Amazing, considering all the breathtaking oppression you keep fucking talking about. But
you know, I think what's helpful for me is I live in New York. I'm surrounded by like-minded people. People here are disgusted, and we're not gonna take it.
And that was all the clips. That's what she's doing transatlantic fucking lawsuits over. Those 6 clips, put them together, that was a video. And now that everyone's seen how truly and utterly fucking pathetic this whole thing is, let's jump back to current year, current month, current day, current time. But before we do, let's remember where we left off.
Let me tell you about transformative videos. You can't just change the name of something and then re-upload the content.
Which, as we can now see, is not what he did.
And that's basically what this Sargon guy did.
No, he didn't. No, he edited it, he cut it, and he did it for the purposes of satire. And I know you think you know what you're talking about, but here's the problem, Akila. The world isn't America. But more on that in a minute.
You know, I can't download Titanic and put 4 different scenes together and then call it on a boat and act like I created that. It just doesn't work that way.
Actually, Akila, you kind of can. Like most things, and my audience will be absolutely shocked to hear me say this one more time, it's largely dependent on...
Drum roll, please.
Context.
That's the basis of this lawsuit. So to address some of the concerns, be completely honest, this weekend has been really nuts on the internet. Real life has been great. I'm thriving, but internet's just a little like touchy. People get really upset.
Yeah, you know what, Akila, I mean, it's fucking crazy for me. I'm suing people in all kinds of countries for shit that have been saying to me online, oh wait, no a minute, no I'm not. That's not me, that's you. Yeah, thank fuck I'm not you. Jesus. There wouldn't be enough hours in the day.
You know, if I had $1 for every time I've been called a in the past 48 hours, I probably have enough money that, you know, maybe Sargon could just give me that.
Oh, so you are just after money. Oh, that's good to know. That's not at all sleazy as fuck, and definitely something a public figure wants everyone to know about. Yeah, that's just fucking great, Akila. Smooth. Well done.
It's pretty terrible, but I just want to address everything. So the first thing, and like the biggest critique, I guess, of what is happening is a comparison of me to this Matt Haas guy who sued H3H3 and lost.
Yeah, and now here's the thing, Akila, I just want to quickly point this out because this isn't really neither here nor there, but I think you're confused by a lot of these comparisons. People aren't saying that the case is completely similar. No, what they are telling you by that comparison, Akila, is that you're being a little bitch. What they're telling you is that you're being a litigious motherfucker. What they're telling you is that you're done. Whether or not you realize it right now, this right here, this is you done. Because it's not about Sargon or any other shit. It's just about you being a bitch. The same way Matt Haas was being a bitch. He was a bitch, you're a bitch. That's a comparison. And you look like he looked, regardless of the merits of the case. Because all they see is you being a butthurt little bitch. And believe it or not, this video that you're making right now, this ain't helping.
Because of fair use. Again, fair use means that you have a commentary or there is clear satire or...
Yeah, she doesn't know what she's doing. I made a video about her, and many others did. And so she's gaining notoriety for being, like he says, a bitch. And it's just negative feelings going to be coming back towards her. Dumb. So.
Good morning, internet people. Good morning, everyone. How are you? It was... What's up? Good morning, everyone. How are you? What's happening? It was such an amazing thing that YouTube overturned my termination and brought me my channels back. Especially my main channel. Got all these subs back. All my old videos are up, which is cool because, you know, there's a lot of comments on those videos. There's a lot of interesting ideas being bounced around. And we're talking about millions of views. We're talking about millions of views and hundreds of videos. And so, you know, who knows? Maybe some atheist kid, snot-nosed kid, snotty nose kid, he gets sick of fapping and gaming, and and he decides to type in atheism into the old browser. And then maybe he could come to my channel and listen to me yell at Steve Shives. And listen to me yell at Steve Shives. What this does is but the fact that YouTube decided to turn, the fact that YouTube had it within them to restore my channel is a very hopeful message, and it tells me that the people at YouTube have turned the page and have started to believe in free speech. Yeah, so my channel has been... Yeah, so my channel has been shadow banned. It is nowhere to be seen. If you type it into your search bar, it doesn't show up. It's as if it doesn't exist. But it's still there. It's just nobody knows about it. It's not showing up on Social Blade. It's not going to be in your recommended views. It's not even searchable. So, in other words, the people at YouTube and Google have decided to remove the power of any algorithm when it comes to my channel. It has been ostracized. It has been ostracized. Cast out into the desert in shame. This is very disappointing. This behavior is almost, you could describe this behavior as fascistic, which would is this behavior you could describe this behavior, which would mean which makes me think that I might need to employ the services of one thing that kind of perturbed me is that one of my favorite videos, in fact, the video I did on Sam Harris and the morality of the Christian God, which has 850,000 views, and here it is. Very proud of this video. Very proud of this video. This video I put a bunch of work into it, and I hope that it is seen by more people. And if you copy, and the problem is if you copy this term, if you copy this title and then paste it into YouTube, and it will not appear. It will not appear. It will not appear. It's not there. There's a mirror of it on some other dude's channel, but the original one with that exact title and 850,000 views, that's not showing up. Why? Why, guys? Why? So yes, I got my main channel back, but the views are very, very low because I don't think they have the notifications on. I don't think anybody's being notified of. I don't think people get notified when I make a new video. When I publish a new video. On top of that, I am shadow banned. There was no notification of this. There is no appeal process. There is no appeal process. And what does it do for me? Well, it sucks for me because, once again, I cannot reach these people, can't get to them, can't grow, can't acquire new patrons. And God bless the ones I do have. But right now it's like I'm tap dancing for the same 5 people. It's like I'm the little kid of the family. It's like I'm a child in a large family who has a particular talent, and every time there's a family gathering, and every time there's a family gathering.
What the fuck is that background noise? It's ridiculous. I don't even know what that is.
And every time there's a family gathering, they wheel me out to do my song and dance. But I'm doing it for Aunt Becky and Uncle Roger and Grandpa and Grandma every time. They're already patrons. Grandpa gives me a crisp $10 note every year. This is not changing. And the only thing that will change is that Grandpa will die, and so will the $10 notes. This is my problem. This is me venting my frustration. This is me venting my frustration. Because what it does is it hobbles me. It neuters me. It's a kick in the nuts. It makes me wake up in the morning and think, fuck this. Not, let's make a video and create because it will be seen by many people. No, it's, hey. No, it's, hey, how can, no, it's, hey, how can YouTube fuck you in the ass today? Hey, how can YouTube fuck you in the ass today? Well, I grow weary. And I, Jack, the grown so tired of the same old thing. And I, Jack, the Pumpkin King, I grow weary, and I, Jack, the Pumpkin King, have grown so tired of the same old thing. Oh. So what do I expect? I don't know. There's no point. I'm just letting you know that this fuckery is afoot. I realize you can't do anything for me. I realize I can't do anything for me. But I want you to look at me like that large blue alien from Avatar. Lock eyes with me. Stroke and caress my face and say, I see you. That's all I want. That's all I've ever wanted. But you must be blue and you must be over 8 feet. Otherwise it won't work. Over 8 feet. Otherwise it won't work.
It's a great. I might have to watch that again. It's so good. There's something deep inside of these bones.
Surprise, surprise. The king is back. Welcome back, Devin. We missed you. Surprise, surprise. The king is back. Welcome back, Devin. We missed you.
What's up, YouTube? So, Devin Tracy got back all of his videos and all of his channels on YouTube. I think that this is great. Not because I like Devin Tracy, because actually I think he's a total douche. I mean, he is very talented at what he does.
I have actually been watching Atheism's Unstoppables videos recently. He's quite funny, to be fair. I love watching Hassan Piker with a tiny head. I don't know why. It's just, it looks like it fits.
I also kind of think that Devin Tracy is a douche, but he does make good videos, so.
Good morning, everyone. How are you? What's happening? It was such an amazing thing that YouTube overturned my termination and brought me my channels back.
Oh, what do we do here?
Parody or a transformative use of something that already exists. I have a copyright on my video, and there was no commentary, which, gotta be honest, is kind of rare for Sargon. That was a mistake on his part. You know, he could have said something and I would have been like, okay, like I'm offended, but you know, at least he had something to say about my work. He didn't do that. He just very lazily uploaded my work.
No, Akila, he didn't. No, what he did was he edited it. He took what you had done and trimmed it down to the rawest possible form that he could to demonstrate how you are a complete fucking idiot. He edited it in a way to demonstrate exactly how you are the perfect example of the problems that you were talking about. Hence that fucking title, Akila. SJW levels of self-awareness, as in you don't fucking have any? I mean, did you even take into consideration any of the stuff that you saw on those clips? Did you take into consideration where you saw yourself saying stuff like, oh yeah, well there are people who want to divide us, and there are people who want to like scapegoat over people that don't look like them, and then like a minute later you're talking shit like, oh well, you know, because us black people, us black women, we voted for Hillary. Like us black women, we got information. It was everyone else. It was all you bigots not talking to your bigoted parents that let the site down, and then you finish the fucking shit off by saying, oh well, yeah, I guess I can be thankful because I'm in New York and we're all like-minded people and we're all just disgusted. Like, you don't see the point he was making in the juxtaposition between those clips. Or is it that you don't want to see the point that he was making?
That's why it's not the same lawsuit. And in fact, H3H3 winning only strengthens this lawsuit because it points out the flaw in the argument that it's transformative. H3H3 can point to very specific things they said to critique Matt Haas's work. The same can't be said for what Sargon did.
Okay, Akila, I have two words for you. Those words are cassette boy. Now, you probably have no fucking clue what I'm talking about, and a lot of Americans may not know what I'm talking about, but people in the UK...
We don't. That's true. Oh. Alright. Let's bring this in the background. Let's kill the volume. Yeah.
Brought me my channels back, especially my main channel. Got all these subs back. All my old videos are up, which is cool because, you know.
Okay, let's kill that. Let's bring in a meme. It's just a meme. Where was that meme? I know I made one. It's amazing when I scan through stuff, I'm just looking at visuals. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But really I should name things. Okay. Searching. Accessing data. There it is.
And brought me my channels back. Especially my main channel. Got all these subs back, all my old videos up, which is cool because, you know, there's a lot of comments on those videos, there's a lot of interesting ideas being...
And from right here, we're going to alter the position, alter the rotation. Like that. Excuse me.
Interesting ideas being bounced around. We're talking about millions of views and hundreds of videos. And so, you know, who knows? Maybe some atheist kid, snotty-nosed kid, he gets sick of fapping and gaming, and he decides to type in atheism into the old browser. And then maybe he could come to my channel and listen to me yell at Steve Shives.
Shives. Bring him in. Yes, curve it out.
And listen to me yell at Steve Shives. But the fact that YouTube had it within them and listen to me yell at Steve Shives. But the fact that YouTube had it within them to restore my channel is a very hopeful message, and it tells me that the people at YouTube have turned the page and have started to believe in free speech. To believe in free speech.
The accounts with compounding interest, and it's
Have started to believe in free speech.
and it's gone.
Have started to believe in free
And
speech.
it's gone.
Oh. Oh, what?
It's gone. It's all gone.
What is that? That's so.
What? It's gone. It's all gone.
Yeah, so my channel has been shadow banned in free speech.
And it's gone.
Let's go to Monkey. Let's go to Antifa. Let's create a composition of that. It's when he looks back.
Antifa! So on.
What?
It's gone. It's all gone.
Yeah, so my channel has been shadow banned. It is nowhere to be seen. If you type it into your search bar, it doesn't show up.
Probably ringing a bell right now. Well, Cassette Boy is a parody satirical channel, and what he does is he takes copyrighted works and he just edits them. There's no commentary by him, like there's no fucking input from him whatsoever. All he does is take other people's footage and edits it into something else.
They were the best of times, they were the worst of times. Largely, they were the worst.
Some strange and perverse conspiracy by the fates has brought my life to this. What you're about to see is a piece of genuine reality television.
God, this is miserable, isn't it?
I couldn't quite see the point of all this. This is effectively pointless and actually hardly worth the bother. But I'll have to do it, otherwise I'll be fired.
You don't look as if you've got an awful lot of confidence in what you're doing.
I think you need some help. Giving out these leaflets now, they say that I need help. They're sending someone down to see me. I've been made redundant.
That's it. And because this is his sole output, this is what he does, for the longest time, he was unable to make any money off any shit that he did, and he was constantly getting his videos pulled, he was constantly getting fucking shut down on channels, because there was no provision in copyright law to protect him, because there was no commentary, there was no review, there was no nothing. It was just copyrighted works that he was editing. That was until the 1st of October 2014, when the Copyright and Rights in Performances quotation and
bar, it doesn't show up. It's as if it doesn't.
Cause I'm a freak. I'm a weirdo.
It's as if it doesn't exist. It's as if it doesn't exist. But it's nowhere to be seen. If you type it into your search bar, it doesn't show up. It's as if it doesn't exist. But it's still there. It's just nobody knows about it. It's not. It's not going to be in your recommended. Nobody knows about it. It's not showing up on Social Blade. On Social Blade, it's not going to be in your recommended views. It's not even searchable. So in other words, the people at YouTube and Google have decided to remove the power of any algorithm when it comes to my channel. It has been ostracized, cast out into the desert in shame. This is very disappointing. You could describe algorithm when it comes to my channel. It has been ostracized, cast out into the desert in shame. This is very disappointing. To the desert in shame. This is very disappointing. This is very disappointing. Very disappointing. You could describe this behavior as is very disappointing. You could describe this behavior as very disappointing. Very disappointing. You could describe this behavior as fascistic, which makes me think that I might need to employ the services of
Antifa!
Services of
Antifa!
Need to employ the services of
Antifa!
Need to employ the services of
Antifa!
Disappointed!
One thing that kind of perturbed me is that one of my favorite videos, the video I did on Sam Harris and
Parody regulations 2014 came into effect. And in terms of parody, this blew the fucking doors off the hinges. Like, as long as whatever you're doing evokes an existing work, is noticeably different from that work, and is an expression of humor or mockery, then you're fine. And you can contest this, but all you're really doing is suing to get it put in front of a judge and trying to convince a judge that it's not meant to be funny when, yeah, good luck with that. And this is how Cassette Boy can now put adverts on his videos, he can keep a YouTube channel, he can make fucking merchandise, he can do anything he wants because of these laws. So this whole thing that you have in your head about you need to jump in and give commentary or something to make it an original work, yeah, that's not a thing anymore, at least in the UK, which is why I'm wondering how the fuck you can sue him sitting in New York when he's in England, in a place where this may very well be perfectly fine. Like, this is the point, this isn't as cut and dry as everyone thinks it is, because the fact of the matter is, no matter how many times a killer wants to say it,
he just very lazily uploaded my work.
He didn't. He edited it, and he edited it for a purpose. And in a UK court under UK regulations, that's the only thing that fucking matters. That purpose.
Am I aware that Sargon has a family? Yeah. Also, I don't care. They're not my kids.
And now you see why I felt the need to make this video. Because holy fucking shit. Like, I can't think of how she watched this video back before uploading it and thought that was a good idea. Like, I'm trying to hold out hope that there is an ulterior motive to this, because I don't want to believe she's this fucking stupid. Because what it looks like to me, it doesn't feel like there's an ulterior motive here. It just feels like she's got butthurt and trying to diminish what is happening by trying to pretend that it's not having an effect. Even though we can all clearly see it's visibly having an effect. This video itself is evidence that they are getting to you. And at some point you're gonna get tired of dealing with this shit. And when you do get tired of dealing with this shit and you're pleading for people to just leave you the fuck alone because you're done, the only response you're likely to hear will be the following.
Yeah. Also, I don't care.
Because as we all know, karma is a bitch, which I'm assuming you're well aware of considering it takes one to know one. But moving on.
All right. Listen, if he cares about his family, maybe he wouldn't have done this. It has nothing to do with me. So I'm not gonna feel bad about suing for somebody who stole from me. I'm just not gonna do it.
Stole from you. Fuck off. Stole from you. 20,000 views, bitch. Come on, slow your fucking roll. Fucking acting like you're PewDiePie or some shit. You're nobody. Sargon didn't even put your fucking name in the title. SJW levels of self-awareness. SJW was you. You could have been anybody. I mean, even at YouTube's height, 20,000 views was like, what, maybe for a half-hour video, $40 maybe? And you're suing him for 30 grand. Get fucked.
Lots of critiques about my appearance lately, which I just want to put that to rest. I'm a beautiful woman.
Sure you are. Sure you are, Akila. Whatever helps you sleep at night, love.
You're not gonna hurt my feelings by saying that I'm ugly or fat or whatever else, okay? I'm getting laid and living my dreams. So I think you might want to go for a different angle.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like you're living a dream. Because someone who was wouldn't be digging through somebody's YouTube channel to find a year-old video to sue them over. Yeah, that sounds like somebody who's like being really fucking petty and bitter. Just like this video here. You want this video to make you seem authoritative and unfazed by everything that's happening, but what I see is somebody who is clearly affected by what's happening. What I see is somebody who is kind of desperate. What I'm seeing is somebody who is not going to make the distance on this shit. And if I see it, oh, you best believe everybody else sees it.
Also, threatening to dox me or, you know, to rape me or to kill me, all that stuff, that only hurts Sargon. So if you're a fan of his, I'm sure it's not gonna help the damages when it comes to like a mob mentality saying that I should be murdered for wanting to defend my work. Just putting it out there. Maybe just try a little bit harder or like just be quiet, you know, wait to see what happens.
See, now, here's the thing. I could say to everyone watching this video right now, hey guys, don't contact this bitch, because that's exactly what she wants. She wants to be able to play the victim. And Sargon could say the same thing. Don't go and contact them. We don't want you to contact them. Nobody wants you to contact anyone that we make videos about. And to that end, you see people put these stupid fucking, like, disclaimers in the start of their video, like, oh, don't go and contact these people, like, as if that fucking means anything. Look, here's the reality of the situation. Akila, Christy, Anita Sakis, and whoever, any fucking SJW Fruit Loop who's watching this right now, waiting to try to blame somebody for the actions of somebody else, here's something to consider. Akila, maybe the hate you're getting has far more to do with you being a cunt. You know the surefire way to get people to tell you that you're fucking ugly? Go around talking about how beautiful you are. You want to know how to get everyone to call you a fucking dumbass? Go around talking about how smart you are. You want to know how to get people to point out how you're an insufferable hypocrite who has no understanding of the values and principles they claim to hold, which is why your ad hoc rehashed opinions cobbled together from snips of The Daily Show and MSNBC have all the political nuance of a bumper sticker on a pickup truck in Tallahassee? Just keep being you and doing what you do. Because you're the one who's responsible for the way people react to you, Akila. The shit that you say, the shit that you do, is the reason why people react to you in the way that they do. I could put a disclaimer at the start of this video. I could drone on for 10 minutes at the end of this video about how nobody should go after you and how nobody should send you a message and whatnot, but
Hey guys, it's Ironheart here, and I just want to say I'm done being weak. I'm done being.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Anybody who frames their webcam like that is already exhibiting a lot of weakness. Let me download that. All right, where are we at? I'm done being weak with a Vader in the background. Oh my god, what is that? Is that a Zelda sword? Shit. I mean, nice wardrobe, buddy. Nice. What is that? A flood damage? Are you in Houston? Nice window. I mean, what is happening here? Can you imagine this? You bring a girl back to this? She's like, are you a coat hanger collector or what is that? How? Why?
Scared. I'm done crying. I'm done dealing with the pain. I'm done dealing with all this
fuck the pain away
bullshit. Because my life has been falling apart recently.
Yeah, well, I think it's broken. Is he reading this off a script? Why is he not looking at the camera?
I told you guys about me having a roommate. Well, that wasn't 100% honest.
You lied to us, your beloved fans?
I had a fiance.
It fell apart.
That I was deeply in love with. That I had very high feelings for.
I think the word you're looking for was I'm fatly in love with.
We fought a lot. There was a lot of abuse. There was a lot of anger. There was a lot of rage on both sides.
So you're the problem. In other words, you just admitted to us. At both sides. Was it equal? I think she was defending herself, and she is better for having left you.
I never physically put my hands on her, but I could see where I was emotionally abusive in certain ways and ways I wasn't.
Yes.
And I'm willing to admit that.
And your body is visually abusive to all of us.
I'm willing to admit that there's times I was weak and I took my anger out on her when she would abuse me.
And you have been emotionally abusive to me, and you've been taking your anger out on me, when really you should, I don't know, try to snap some of those coat hangers. That could be a helpful thing.
Be mean to me. And I'm willing to accept that. But I just want to...
Why won't you look at me, Ironheart? Just look at me, goddammit.
I say that I lost a person who I thought loved me.
Wubbed me. She wubbed me. Yes, well, you threw her back into the sea, into Walmart. You know, she's the big one that got away.
A person I thought cared about me. And to give you guys some context, we were laying in bed
and the bed broke. It became a sinkhole, and we ended up in China.
Sleep. I woke up to my friend knocking on the door saying, hey, your door's wide open.
Well, I mean, look at your window situation. I mean, I'm surprised that the ceiling hasn't caved in. Yeah. Okay, well, what's going to happen here? Was she cheating on you, or what?
And the person you're with is gone. I search all...
She didn't even close the door. She just walked out of you while sleeping in bed. Well, so what? Clearly that's just the final straw. She had to get away from you. Don't act surprised.
All over the area of North Carolina I live in. All over, just looking for this girl. Cannot find her.
Becky Ann! Becky Ann, are you there?
I'm thinking she's been kidnapped. I'm thinking she's been raped. Well, come to find out...
definitely wasn't raped.
She left to go sleep with some guy.
Oh, the cuckery. Oh, forget about it. Oh, the balls on that guy to fuck your girl the same night she was in bed with you. Oh, forget about it. We got to go deal with him. Okay, you know that situation, that problem? Let's take care of it.
In Florida. That's the whole reason she left. After 4 years of being with this person.
Oh.
Being engaged to him, treating them like a queen.
Queen?
Treating them like, you know, you wouldn't even believe. About to marry her.
Oh, boy.
Yes, I was planning on getting married to this girl.
Yeah, man. Because if you like it, then you better put a ring on it.
She then turns around and does what she did.
And she did another guy. And she's riding him like a freaking cowgirl.
No explanation, nothing.
I like how he's like, I'm done being a loser. Or what do you say? I'm done being weak? Yeah, and then he goes into this story. This is not exactly a good follow-up to that sentiment.
Well, I had somebody figure out what happened. And basically...
What happened was, basically...
She left me to go sleep with another guy.
And to suck his dick. Let's not forget to include that. She was bobbing up and down on his pole. And you were not even in the equation. She was laughing at you. The guy was spraying his ropes, jism, all upon her sacred body, the body that you were trying to make your wife, be the mother of your children. And another man is just excreting his inner juices upon her.
So I have that happen. I find out I have a kid that I never knew about that passed away.
No. Look at this. Now this is the poor me story. Now we only have about 10 seconds left then for the inspirational, motivational, but I'm going to fight back. And, so an ex-girlfriend of his calls him 10 years later and says, oh, by the way, when we were together, you got me pregnant, but I had an abortion. Okay? Or a miscarriage or something like that. Like, he didn't know a thing about it. 10 years later, he's now crying over, I had a kid. You didn't have a kid. The child left that uterus dead. And you didn't even know about it till 10 years later, and he's concerned about it, and he's reliving it like it just happened.
And I have to deal with the whole bullshit of not barely having enough money to take care of myself.
Well, not barely having enough money, then what are you, rich?
So I'm completely alone right now.
This is the saddest shit I've ever seen in my life. With this backdrop, I mean, honestly, he should put up a green screen because the Vader is just mocking you. Look at that. The Zelda sword is just not helping the situation. You know, those stains in the wall above him, it's just... So let's review. He had a girl for 4 years, fat as a whale. She got out in the middle of the night, which is just amazing physically that she could sneak out of a room. I mean, that's just like, it's like an elephant escaping from a zoo and nobody noticing. And she goes off, sleeps with another guy. Then you had a child who was aborted 10 years later, so you can't even spawn. I mean, what is this? And then you have no money, and you also are alone. Okay, continue.
I'm really in a bad situation, but I'm done being sad.
Well, you don't even know where the webcam is. I mean, that's how clueless you are. What are you looking at right now? A lava lamp?
I'm done feeling bad for myself. I'm done feeling bad for other people. And I just want you guys to know that for now on, I'm going to be focusing on doing my videos.
Oh, God, that is so sad. Shit. At this time, he had like 60 subs. I mean, now, yes, he's an internet sensation. He can monetize it. He's got 150 subs. But back then, focus on your videos? That's like saying I'm going to focus on something that is of no significance to anybody. I'm going to focus on just anything else would be a better choice. But damn it, what a horrible plan.
I'm going to try to make you guys laugh. I'm going to try.
Oh, you did. You've done that.
Try to laugh myself, and we're going to have a good fucking time.
Oh.
So I love you guys.
No.
I'm Ironheart, and
No.
I'll see you guys then.
That was a nice exit. What a pathetically bad video that was. That's so sad. Wow. Why would you post that up? How does that reflect well on you? Shit. It's fucking terrible. All right. Yeah. Pretty retarded. Now, let's download something. There we go. Slap it in there.
The video I did on Sam Harris and the morality of the Christian God, which has 850,000 views, and here it is.
All right, so we're gonna take the stereo mixer.
$50,000 views, and here it is.
Before they reach the age of 5. Picture an Asian tsunami.
And here it is.
Before they reach the age of 5.
Very proud of this video. I put a bunch of work into it, and I hope that it is seen by more people. Problem is, if you copy this title and then paste it into...
Okay. So, we go to videos, we bring this in.
title and then paste it into YouTube, it will not appear. It's not there. There's a mirror of it on some other dude's channel. But But the original one with that exact title and 850,000 views, that's not showing up? Why? Why, guys, why? So yes, I got my main channel back, but the views are very, very low because I don't think they have the notifications on. They have the notifications on. I don't think people get notified when I publish a new video. On top of that, I am shadow banned. There is no appeal process. And what does it do for me? Well, it
I have to sneeze. Survived. It's okay, don't worry about it. Now, what has happened? Oh, I see what's happening. Not right. No, I don't. Don't see what's happening. Oh. Okay. Well, fuck it. I will bring in the finished result. What is that? Yeah. Fuck it, you know? It's always good to have workarounds. Now. Alright. This is out. This is in. Okay. So we need to time it. So we say,
you must be blue and you must be afraid of it. Otherwise it won't work.
Okay, I like it. Let's take these two dudes and hit the position, and slide them off. And let's slide Steve off a little bit later. Yeah, that's good. And we take the stereo mixer and we're going to fade up from, let's try 23. Let's try 13 over here. Let's see what that does. What am I talking about?
Views are very, very low because I don't think they have the notifications on. I don't think people get notified when I publish a new video. On top of that, I am shadow banned. There is no appeal process. And what does it do for me? Well, it sucks for me because, once again, I cannot reach these people, can't get to them, can't grow, can't acquire new patrons, and God bless the ones I do have. But right now, it's like I'm tap dancing for the same 5 people. It's like I'm a child in a large family who has a particular talent, and every time there's a family gathering, they wheel me out to do my song and dance. But I'm doing it for Aunt Becky and Uncle Roger and Grandpa and Grandma every time. Every time. There are...
And I actually think we can get away with louder.
They're already patrons. Grandpa gives me a crisp $10 note every year. This is not changing. And the only thing that will change is that Grandpa will die, and so will the $10 notes. This is my problem. This is me venting my frustration, because what it does is it hobbles me, it neuters me, it's a kick in the nuts. It makes me wake up in the morning and think, fuck this. Not, let's make a video and create because it will be seen by many people. No, it's, hey, how can YouTube fuck you in the ass today? Well, I grow weary, and I, Jack, the Pumpkin King, have grown so tired of the same old thing. So what do I expect? I don't know. There's no point. I'm just letting you know that this fuckery is afoot. I realize you can't do anything for.
Okay, so right there. We're going.
I'm just letting you know that this fuckery is afoot. I realize you can't do anything for me. I realize I can't do anything for me.
We're gonna chill it on down.
Fuckery is afoot. I realize you can't do anything for me. I realize I can't do anything for me. But I want you to look at me like that large blue alien from Avatar. Lock eyes with me. To look at me like that large blue alien from Avatar. Lock eyes with me. Stroke and caress my face and say, I see you. That's all I want. That's all I've ever wanted. But you must be blue and you must be over 8 feet. Otherwise it won't work.
With the lights out, it's
Point.
Ironheart Gaming. Avatar, I see you. Jake! Jake! Funny thing my girlfriend told me. She's like, my dad loves Avatar. I was like, what? She's like, yeah, he watched it like 10 times in the theater. She was working at a movie theater at the time. And he would just walk in and he'd be like, hey, Dad, what are you doing? Watching Avatar again. This German engineer who's just like, oh, by the way, I love Avatar. It's a good film. I've seen it multiple times, and I will be first in line for the next one. Many things to be waiting for. We got Stranger Things. Stranger Things coming up. We got Westworld. We got Game of Thrones. Narcos is upon us, so enjoy that. Walking Dead. So there's new seasons coming up. Be ready for those, please. Enjoy those. What do we have here? Easy fix, have Rowan Patreon, you $10 notes forever. Good call. I should try that. It's all about Rowan. Now, why can't I download this? That's some cock-up poop right there. Shit just doesn't work.
Nine million children, perfectly decent and sane people.
I sort of had a speech prepared, so I thought.
I love that. I had one before that said, you what, mate, but no one cares. That's an impressive bugling performance. And why does keep video not work? I got to deal with this fuckery. It's fucking terrible. And it downloads to your folder I don't even want it to download to. You can't right click it. It's a goddamn nightmare. Finally.
Come to the dark side.
Oh god. Dude, the cringe is this guy uses Pepe the Frog.
Meanwhile.
Like, literally, when I get harassment that actually is original, I kind of have this moment of like, oh, cool, you tried. Right? Because the thing is, it's just all the same. Right? So, you know.
Because you're the same.
It was very similar to a lot of the other women that I've seen online get harassed, right? Like, we kind of buckle down and we expect it, which is such a horrible place to be. And then when I launched a Kickstarter to fund a series of videos that...
The only useful question to ask her is, describe to me what negative feedback looks like when you're a woman online. That is not harassment. So, in the uncanny valley between praise and legit harassment. No. Yeah, legit harassment and praise. Is there anything in between that?
To look at women in video games is when my life completely changed, and I had a massive cyber mob after me, and they have still been after me for the last 5 years. And I think intersectionality is a really important point here, because the way that women of color and the way that trans women and the way women with disabilities get attacked online is different, and it's compounded by all of these different intersections. Yeah, and so...
Fuck those intersections, man. I mean, we need to take the lights out of those intersections and just have a major pile up. Fuck them. What I love is they talk about intersectionality. Meanwhile, what they're doing is dividing their own side into like a hierarchy of victimhood, and then attacking each other at that intersection. The people on the outside, they just look at people individually. They're the ones that categorize everybody and then compare and attack each other.
I think it's a conversation that needs to keep happening, right? If you Google my name on YouTube, you get shitheads like this dude who are making these dumbass videos that just say the same shit over and over again. I need to give you attention because you're a garbage human. Whatever, dude. But it's, you know, like the fact that these dudes are making endless videos that just go out.
That's the debate. Whatever, dude. So Carl was asking her to talk. He's like, well, let's talk. She doesn't want anything to do with that because she knows she would be skewered. Imagine a 3-hour conversation, like Joe Rogan style, between Carl and her, where he's like, well, here's what we in the gaming community had an issue with. Can you imagine her? Imagine how uncomfortable she'd feel. She's like, no, here's what I'm about. I'm about me talking, you not talking. I don't want comments. I don't want likes, dislikes. I want money, and I want my name on a plaque. Okay, I want to go and tell people I'm an activist. I'm a, highlighted feminist. I go to the UN. I'm on the Twitter board. I mean, it's so fucking scandalous. I mean, what she does is she's a person that has very ugly characteristics. A lot of these people are. They like to pretend otherwise, however. So if you saw how they truly are, you would be looking at a monster. She is a monster underneath. She's a monster on her exterior as well, but once again, for an Armenian woman, this is a 2. She's a 2.
After every feminist, over and over and over again, I think it...
what the fuck am I doing? Watching Anita Sarkeesian video.
Otherwise it won't work.
Right, yeah. I think I'm trying to download something. I already downloaded it. Fuck. Alright. I see you.
I realize you can't do anything for me. I realize I can't do anything for me. But I want you to look at me like that. Blue alien from Avatar. Lock eyes with me. Stroke and caress my face and say, I see you. That's all I want. That's all I've ever wanted. But you must be blue and you must be over 8 feet. Otherwise it won't work. That's all I've ever wanted. But you must be blue and you must be over 8 feet. Otherwise it won't work.
Here we are now. All right, let's take that. Let's invert. You know, because this is how we add, correct? Hit up the curves, please. Oh, with the lights out. All right, let's try a glow. See what a glow would do. Oh, that's nice. Take it down a little bit, smidgen down. I still like it. Okay. Now I can see that there's more fuckery afoot. Now, is the glow doing that? No. We are going to add a feather to both sides. Oh. Alright. That's weird. Yeah, that's pretty gay. So, one thing we could do is that. And go to the mask. What have I done? Oh dear. I could add, go to none. Feather this one. Better. Fade this in. Okay. It's got to be back here. Start it up there. Give a little motion to it, please. Thank you. Kill it there. Okay.
I feel stupid.
Let's go get a logo. Bring it in. Change the blend mode. Zoom down, zoom it up. Show her face.
Here we are now, entertain us. I feel
Zoom it up slowly, but surely.
Here we are
Center it this. There you go.
now, entertain us. I feel stupid and contagious.
Okay, can leave there. What's that? Jesus. It's morality in the Christian God. Okay, there's the end. So, it turns out to be 9 minutes, probably 6 minutes of music and videos, and 3 minutes of content. That's how we do it. Now I'm going to pop into the chat once I get this thing rendering, and then I'm going to be watching the final 2 episodes of Norseman with the girlfriend who's recovering in a bed over yonder. I will be watching that show, and I'm going to be doing highlights of that show, and I'm going to be telling people to watch it along with me. It's only a couple hours of your time, and it's guaranteed to make you laugh. So that's always good. Now, that is rendering. I come to the chat, I talk. Hello, chat. Mornings are for coffee and contemplation. Name where that is from. Let's play a game. I will name a movie quote. You movie or television quote. You tell me where it's from. Hello. Hey, Roy. How's it going? It's all good. Hello, Chris. How are you, man? I do have to go. There's a 4-hour of Joe streaming I got to go through and pick out some of his really just amazing death sequences. Like, I should show you some right now. It's kind of incredible. Fargo, incorrect. Hello, my favorite American. Patil, my favorite ass cheeks. Patil, how are you? I sympathize with your living situation, with your internet, with the ambient noise you have to deal with, that we have to deal with when you're in our chat. Devin's laptop is about to lift off. Yeah, it's like chopper sound. It's just too much. I do need to take this in, have the fan worked on. It's kind of crazy. I searched it hoping to reclaim Devon points I have forever lost. Yes, that I don't even know who you are, but yes, I definitely hate that name. I have a lot of negative feelings about that name. Stranger Things is correct. Dynamic wins the points. Devon, I couldn't find your main channel in the search, but later the day your new video showed up in my feed. Yes, well, I think you've turned notifications on, probably manually, so that's a good one for you. All right, name this quote. Name this quote. Why did Sam Harris embarrass himself by going on Nice Mango's podcast? Because she came at him probably with the narrative of I'm an ex-Muslim, and he's like, oh, well, I always talk about supporting those people, so I guess I should do that. The channels have gone again? No, they've been shadow banned. T-Dog Lannister, correct. That is very wise of you. How about... Let me think here. Okay, this is a throwback. This, I would be impressed. Where's that from? And I got a beautiful one here. First, tell me that one. I'll wait. Let's check our render. What is this? That's not even the right one. There. Do you think Majid Nawaz is regressive on race? Yeah. Did you see the video I did? Yeah, he's a pussy. I mean, most people are, especially if you make money in public. If your job involves people liking you, people not hating you, and you are a public voice, then you're gonna tend to not be honest at all on race. Charlie, don't surf. Not say anything. It is say anything. Correct. Good job. Correct. Say anything. Okay. Next. Name it. Yeah, Magid always plays the brown card. He plays the victim card. Oh, he got beaten up one day in the streets, like as if he wasn't out beating up people himself, as if he wasn't plotting to terrorize, places in the world. I mean, it's such a sanctimonious bullshit. He's trying to be this upward climber. He's trying to be a politician. He's trying to be a lot of things. TV personality. He doesn't know what he's doing. But wherever the money goes, he'll go. Francis. What? There's a new one? There's a new Francis? I just did respond to Francis. Let's see. Young Turks. Oh my god, John Iadarola back. They're making fun of him.
Blue writes in on Twitter, hashtag TYT Live, John is the TYT version of Tarmond. Which is awesome. Oh, that's great! How did you have that ready?
Why did you have a picture of the...
Wait, hold on. That's pretty good. That's pretty close.
Tormund as a gay Jew. More like, that's pretty good. Anything new here? Nah. Let's see. Driverless cars taking pizza delivery jobs. Yawn. California to vote 2-minute videos. 2-minute videos. California to vote on magic mushroom legalization. Yawn. Petition to steal from George Soros going viral. Stupid. Politician goes on racist rant after Confederate. Oh, here we go. White people are racist. Fuck whites. Fuck conservatives. Let's hear that.
We've got a legislator in Missouri, and so
nuisance. A reference to hanging people, which is kind of scandalous.
Of course, he's a Republican. He's a state representative, war on love, and he's very mad that an unidentified
Of course, he's Republican. Weren't the KKK all Democrats?
Vandal threw paint on a Confederate memorial that was in the Springfield National Cemetery. Now, do I think that they should have done that? No, I don't think they should have done that. First of all, I think the monuments should be in places like cemeteries. I think that's fine. I don't want them on public land. I don't want them in front of...
I want. Here's what Cenk wants. What do you want, Cenk? Do you want your face to look like that? Do you want your body to be like that? Do you want your hair to be like that?
Our courthouses or our state houses. I don't want them anywhere near the law. I don't want them as intimidation of African Americans.
Oh, they're not intimidation of anything. They've been there 100 years.
But I think that putting them in a cemetery makes sense, and don't take the law into your own hands. So when Representative Love says this is totally against the law, I agree with him. And if he had left it at that, of course, there'd be no issue at all. But he didn't leave it at that. He just couldn't help himself. So he added on top.
Let's see if this is racist. Do you think this is a racist rant? It might be. I will judge it. Now let's clear our brains. We're going to start from neutral here.
I hope they are found and hung from a tall tree with a long rope. National Veterans.
Okay, so how is that racist? I mean, he's now going to go into a spiel about how the black people were actually hung. How is he talking about black people here? He's talking about people who defiled that statue. Most of the people against all this shit are white people. The white people are the ones in Antifa. White people are the ones, go look at the Charlottesville footage. The woman who was killed was white.
Cemetery in Springfield, Missouri. Okay.
Now here comes a speech about how it's bad to hang people. Come on, Jing. Do you think he was being hyperbolic? Or is it literal? Why don't you take it as literal and tell us that it's bad to hang people? And then show us pictures. Yeah. Do you think there's going to be black and white photos in this? I do. Anybody want to place a bet? I'm a betting man.
Did it escape your attention, the lynchings that happened?
Did it escape your attention what time it is, you fat whale? Look at your watch. Do you have one? You might have one on your iPhone.
African Americans.
African Americans have been brought up. Why did you just insert that? Why did you just make this racial? Oh, that's right. You're a race pimp. You're race baiting because you want things to be more inflamed than they are. That's why you found this guy and are highlighting, amplifying. Do you think this message from this guy was seen by 3 million people, 3.5 million? No. You did that. Why? If it's such a bad message, why amplify it? Oh, because now it's your time to say fuck whites and to tell us about the lynchings. Do you think that's going to help race relations in America? Do you think any current day white person is in favor of lynching black people? No. So why are you pretending like his statement was about race when it wasn't? It was about property destruction and him being hyperbolic. But he's a good old boy. He's a good old boy. Just doing his thing. What's the lyrics to that? He's got a cowboy hat on. Shit, he must be a shit-kicking racist, right?
And in fact, the things that the Confederates stood for and celebrated, and don't say they didn't, if a slave ran away, they would be lynched.
Slavery has been brought up. Only a minute 19 in before slavery? Oh, man. Slavery and lynching. God, it's their favorite topic. How relevant. I mean, who is not nauseated by this?
The Confederacy wanted to...
And by this, I mean him bringing it up. Not about slavery and lynching. Hey, Jank, how about genocide in the Ottoman Empire? Do you want to discuss what they did to the Greeks? And the people of Cyprus? And the Jews? Oh, and the Armenians?
Protect slavery. They wrote it in almost everything they said. It was for slavery. And if you think it was for states' rights, it was for the state right to hold slaves.
Oh my God. Yeah, it also was about their identity as being Southerners. And that's not how they interpret it. Once again, it's a straw man. Once again, if you ask the guy, well, why do you like your statue? Why do you like your history? Why do you like these people that, have been held up throughout for hundreds of years? I mean, well, not hundreds, but for decades. I mean, these people were more than just people that were involved with slavery. And so, but I guess you can't see that. You're blinded with rage, apparently. And so if you asked him, why do you want to protect that statue? Why do you think it shouldn't be destroyed? Do you think his answer is going to be because I'm in favor of slavery? I mean, that's not his answer. That's not what he thinks or feels. Therefore, why would you now present that as his argument? It's not his argument. So what are you shooting down, you fucking buffoon? It's like, God damn it. Nobody calls them out on their side. Not the producers, he is the owner. Not the janitor. Not the editors. Nobody. It takes such little effort to be like, dude, you're arguing against nothing right now.
Part of holding slaves against their will is that you murder them if they disobey you.
He's talking about property destruction of a statue, and you're talking about killing slaves.
I'm going to show you some disturbing pictures.
Yeah, you are. Black and white.
It's important to have this context.
Black and white.
When a guy like this in today's America, in 2017,
come on, Jank,
saying that people who are so offended by Confederate monuments that they do something they shouldn't have done. But it's just paint. It's not actual human beings' lives.
Right. Just with the paint. But he talked about hanging them. And was he kidding or not? You think he actually is calling for the execution of people? No. Yeah, well, it's hard to tell, right? I mean, he is white, and I do have some black and white photos here. Yeah, are they from the Ottoman Empire? No. Oh, okay.
That they should be caught, and for what, a misdemeanor, should be hung by the neck.
No, he was kidding, Jenk.
Let me show you what hanging by a neck looks like.
There it is.
That was a lynching from back in the day.
Wait a minute, is that Steve Shives? Dude, Shives is a time traveler?
Not as
hey, these guys aren't race baiting, huh? Yeah, what's the point of showing this, Jenk? What is the point of this? Hey, okay, fine. Tuca played this game. Hey, everybody. Remember what they did to Reginald Denny? Well, here it is in slow motion and up close. Look, it's black people viciously attacking a white guy. How's that make you feel? Look at that. Oh, yeah. Oh, let me just jump in. I'm against violence. But take a look at these blacks. Look what they were up to. Ooh. Is this going to affect the way you think about blacks in the future? Add it to your archive. Yeah. Put that on the old hard drive. Oh, yeah. What are these blacks doing?
Long back as we would like. Here's another one. This is what it looks like when you are found and hung from a tall tree with a long rope, as Representative Love said.
Yeah, he mentioned hanging as an exaggeration for how he doesn't like people who destroy property. He wasn't talking about black people, Jenk. You made it about blacks. Definitely wasn't saying that he was in favor of this lynching or any lynching. So I mean, dude, the dishonesty is just fucking incredible.
And one last one.
Yeah, oh,
and
perfect.
It is incredibly disturbing to look.
Yeah, so Cenk, why? I mean, it's so fucking brazen that. Do you realize what would happen if they tried to do this shit on like an actual news channel? The editor or whoever was intelligent in a position of power would be like, you want to do what now in the middle of that segment? You want to show pictures of black people being lynched because you took a quote out of context from today, and you think that it's worthwhile to show our audience these images. Well, Cenk, you know what? Here's some images of Armenian people who died by your ancestors, or your forefathers, quite frankly, probably your grandfather. This is what the Ottomans did to the Armenians. Look at that. Is that a skull? Ooh, I don't like, that's death. Cenk, they killed these people. You don't acknowledge it because you think you're above it all. So, I mean, it's so incredible that Cenk feels the need to position himself as better than guys who lynch people. So he goes to black and white photos. Nobody is in the room who is like, yeah, well, Cenk, in my defense, here's why I lynched that guy. Cenk, it's over. You're sifting through history, cherry-picking images and saying, I'm better than the guy that did this thing in this black and white photo. And then you're trying to attach that to just a Confederate supporting guy from today. I mean, here's the bottom line. He was a white conservative. And he said that he didn't want a statue destroyed. And he used language that had the word noose. He said noose. He said noose. So, therefore, he's in favor of these lynchings. God, he's such a weak man. I was about to say a weak, small man, but then I caught myself because there's nothing small about him.
Look at, but yes, that is what happened in America.
Oh.
So when you reference it, it is disgusting.
Yeah, and you know what else happens? Black people kill white people. Yeah. Okay, well, I know numbers matter because, you know, well, they don't matter to you because what the picture you just showed is from the 1800s. Well, or maybe 1900s, but it would be early, before color photography. So, okay. If you want to compare numbers between black and white people, do you think more blacks kill whites or more whites kill blacks? Hey, here's a fun story, a story you didn't cover. A black guy just killed 5 white men. He's a serial killer, and he wanted to kill white people. That was his objective. Why didn't you cover that story? I don't know. Well, I mean, I do know, but here are the faces of the people he killed. I wonder if we can find pictures of their dead bodies. Maybe I should throw that up just to inflame people some more. This black guy right here, this guy here, this shit right here, he killed white people. Hey, all you white people out there, add that to your memory. Remember these images. There's 1,000 words. I'm not going to speak all the words, but you can kind of fill in the blanks, can't you? This black guy killed white guys. Black guy killed white guys. Picture, here, this, see that? Yeah, soak that in.
And you should be reprimanded for that. And, you know, from time to time, the right-wingers say, oh, well, he's got freedom of speech. Yes, he does. But he doesn't have the right to represent all the people in his district. And he doesn't have the right to say outrageous things like this and then be popular. And then
he doesn't have the right to be popular. Cenk, it's not outrageous. Your interpretation of what he said is outrageous.
Be approved and be reelected. So if you live in his district, understand what this
yeah, if you live in his district, you're not watching TYT.
Is about. So then, of course, realizing, well, I might have made my racial animus a little too obvious.
Racial animus? There's nothing racial in the statement, you shit. Fucking hell, you think black people own being hung? How demeaning is that? Yeah, white people don't get hung. Hey, Cenk, here's a footage of a white Nazi getting hung. Oh, I know you love that topic. The Nazis, they were white and they did bad stuff, right, Cenk? You gonna tell us about that? Look, white people getting hung and killed. We're all equal. But wait a minute. What is he about to say? I forgot.
Animus a little too obvious.
Oh, right. So, in other words, he had to backtrack on his statement because pussies like you freaked out. Yep. Normal.
He tries to walk it back in an absurd way. He says, oh, lynchings. No. It's got nothing to do with lynchings. He says, that was an exaggerated.
Yes, obviously an exaggerated statement. Obviously, this is what I just told you.
Statement that, you know, a lot of times is used in the Western world when somebody does a crime or commits theft. That's just a Western term, and I'm very much a Western man. You know, I wear a coat. You know, I dress Western. And you know, I'm the cowboy of the Capitol.
Okay, yeah, and? What's the big deal?
All right, you take it any way you like. If you think that he thought he was celebrating the hangings of people who stole things in the West.
What? No, he said it's an exaggerated term because he's against people who destroy property. I mean, you're either willfully obtuse, well, you are very obtuse, and to put it this way, it's not a thyroid condition. But, dude, Jank, the game you're playing, we all see through it. Okay? It's not tricking us.
First of all, that's not such a great thing either. But in the context of an attack on a Confederate monument, if that's not what he intended, he has a funny way of showing it. And boy, is he enormously ignorant if that is not.
Yeah, you're not allowed to talk about hangings or nooses when black people are involved. Well, how are black people involved, Devin? Well, they're black still in existence in the country. So what? So wait, the people against this shit are white people. White people are they're the majority of the counter protesters. But still, we have to be sensitive about blacks and the hangings. In fact, don't say the word rope around them. Not even, wait, what if it's in the context of like shooting robes? Like I see a hot chick, I want to shoot robes. No, not even that. That might offend them.
His intention. Either way, it was a terrible thing to say. And yes, it matters. Yes, it matters.
It was a terrible thing to say. Jank, oh, somebody said something terrible. I'm offended. Thanks, Jank. Thanks for clearing this up. I mean, you've really bettered the world today.
If you deeply offend people because...
Can you imagine this guy waddling off of the set to take a shit in the bathroom at his offices? Imagine, they're like, uh-oh, Jank, he's finished his coffee. It's 11:30. We're on a commercial break. Jank's waddling off to the toilet.
Of what their ancestors went through.
Ancestors. Are you talking about the Armenians? Or what did their ancestors go through, Jank? Care to comment on that? While you're at it, how about that video about that black guy who killed 5 whites this week that you're not covering? I wonder if a white guy went out and said, hey, you know, I got to kill all black people, and then he killed 5 black men. I wonder if you'd cover that.
Not ancestors from thousands of years ago, but their grandparents and some of their parents were terrorized by this in their lifetimes.
Yes, and Jake, what were your grandparents up to? Let's do a little interview with them, shall we? Yeah, what were you doing in 1915, big boy?
So just be a little bit more decent. It's not too much to ask for.
Fuck you, Jenk. Fuck you. What another video to add to the laundry list of ridiculous race-baiting videos that these people have done. Retarded. Oh, fucking hell. Almost done. Almost done now. Oh. Let's get some more cringe.
It's Jesus.
So yeah, Jesus, tell us what you think about Anita's performance at VidCon.
Well, I mean, who am I to judge? But I did see a little bit of hypocrisy in what she had to say. You know, I'm sure there's maybe a little bit more context that I need to be aware of, but come on. Really? Turn the other cheek. Be like you. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Come on.
What are these girls doing? They're taking a stand against inequality. They're also taking a whiz. That's how. Does this look equal to you? We're both just peeing. Female friends everywhere. For years, you have not been able to pee freely, but today, you are free to pee as you please. With the great equalizer of men and women, Ms. Whiz. Ms. Whiz is a female urination device. The modern woman's weapon against inequality and unsanitary toilets. She's the quick, clean, comfortable way to go when you can't or don't want to sit. Just hold Ms. Whiz over your business and stand going to the bathroom before. We guarantee you can stand going to the bathroom now.
Listen up. There's still not equal pay for equal work anywhere in the world. And it seems most women are not even angry about it. But we should be. So let's set a new goal. From now on, equal pay is no longer enough. Because women need more. Our haircuts are more expensive. Our underwear is ridiculous.
That's not good. Play a game of chess while I upload this. I had a terrible streak of chess. My rating's down, way down. Gotta get it back up to 1850, but I'm down at like, where am I? 1761? The fuck? Taking on a Hungarian. I like to blockade that right in the middle. He's going this way. I'm gonna pop up here. Looking to escape that one. Yeah, he's got plans. He's got plans. Taking advantage of the fact that my queen was blocking my king, so if I took back here, he would have brought his bishop there. Now he's left himself in a little bit of a spot here because what can I do here? Well, I can take there, threatening his queen. It's defended by the castle. He's in a bit of an awkward spot. He can't move the queen here, he can't move the queen here, which means he can't continue to defend this piece. He can move back here, which he will probably figure out at some stage. If he does do that, I'm going to move my bishop here, inviting him to take the... Yeah, there it is. Okay. That's a weird choice. He's fuckspell. If he's swapping queens now. He wants to take this back. You're exchanging a castle for a horsey poop. Oh, he's looking to do this now. But that's not... He doesn't have enough time because I'm taking this. So he's still... His plan is still this. That's how sad he is. He still wants... Yeah, there he goes. Alright, so he swapped it out. He's been wanting to move there all game long. Now I swing this dude into action, and that looks like matey. That looking matey, because he's got nowhere to go. See that? He couldn't go there. Now he's real fucked, because he's got to go back there. And it is good night, Irene. And he finished himself for me. So let's review. The opening, this is my move. What do they call that? I don't even know what to call that. But you could tell that he's engaged in his typical pattern, which is to evacuate these pieces and then castle immediately. So he sees my king is vulnerable. He castles. He's looking to get his rook active. I blockade that, anticipating that. He does it anyway. I calmly move this up. He then pops in here. He's looking to just bust shit up. He's just like sending in a suicide run there. I castle, but by castling, you can see that my king and queen are in line, which is why he likes this idea. Take back. Then, right, so this was a setup move for this. So he is already planning to unload on me. And that was my move to counter pinning or a revealed, like not a check, but a revealed attack on his queen. So he takes the pawn there, and he thinks, aha, fuck you. Now I can't take back once again because he then moves there, and he'll then take my queen. He would pin my king, or pin my queen. So I ignore, and I initiate my counterattack, which is what was set up on the last move. Reveal. Bang, he's got to deal with that. And this guy is in danger now. Nobody's protecting that. Because if I can take that now, and he cannot initiate his plan. So he goes there, thinking I'm still protecting here, but he's out of danger. Then that move, solid. He chose to... I mean, I thought he should have gone here. And if he had gone there, I would have put the bishop here, putting pressure on him. But if by putting the bishop here, I would have ceased to protect this horsey poop, and he would have snatched that up, being the fact that he's a 1750 player. He would have snatched that, and then after having done that, I would have taken my bishop that was here and taken this pawn. Check. He takes back with the king. I take his queen. The game's over. Instead, he took... No, he just put me in check. Put me in check there, which was very strange because I take back, and then he thought about here for a second. I think he was still planning this, but he didn't realize that he still had to deal with this threat. So he then just kind of rage quit and took queen. I take, he takes, and then, you know, that's a mistake there. If you go there, he can escape this way. So I knew that he's trapped, and you know, these two open files are devastating, especially if I have both castles on them. Because look at his pieces. Look at the total lack of development on this side. This guy might as well not even be in the game. Same with that. Same with that. So the reason he can't escape here is because that would be maybe a normal move, but because the bishop is there blocking that escape. Can't go there, can't go there, can't go there. That's all checky. Checky poops. See that? It's got to go back. And he does, and then the kill shot is there. He defends the only way he can, and then he realized that I was playing with him. So I will end with that.
Surprise, surprise. The king is back. Welcome back, Devin. We missed you.
She's a cutie patootie from Albuquerque, New Mexico.
What's up, YouTube? So, Devin Tracy got back all of his videos and all of his channels on YouTube. I think that this is great. Not because I like Devin Tracy, because actually, I think he's a total douche. I mean, he is very talented at what he does.
I have actually been watching Atheism's Unstoppables videos recently. He's quite funny, to be fair.
I like so that's the passive-aggressive nature of these fucks. He's quite funny, to be fair. To be fair, this is something that a British person says in reaction to an unspoken insult. So, bringing up my name, he then gives a compliment and says, to be fair. To be fair to what? How about just, he's quite funny? It's like saying, hey, who do you watch? Well, I watch, actually, you know what? I've been watching Sargon of Akkad, actually. And wait a minute, you know, he does do some good stuff, to be fair. It's like, dude, nobody thinks that. People fucking adore me the world over. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I love watching Sam Pike with the tiny head. I don't know why. It's just, it looks like it fits.
You can't hide. Gonna find you and take it slowly. Ready or not.
I also kind of think that Devin Tracy is a douche, but he does make good videos. So,
Good morning, everyone. How are you? What's happening? It was such an amazing thing that YouTube overturned my termination and brought me my channels back, especially my main channel. Got all these subs back. All my old videos are up, which is cool because, you know, there's a lot of comments on those videos. There's a lot of interesting ideas being bounced around. And we're talking about millions of views and hundreds of videos. And so, you know, who knows? Maybe some atheist kid, snotty-nosed kid, he gets sick of fapping and gaming, and he decides to type in atheism into the old browser. And then maybe he could come to my channel and listen to me yell at Steve Shives. But the fact that YouTube had it within them to restore my channel is a very hopeful message, and it tells me that the people at YouTube have turned the page and have started to believe in free.
Just finished the video, though. How are you feeling? Look better? The food helped. Are you ready to watch our show?
Yes.
Okay. What about food for later? I have to go out and forage for food for us. You have one? Okay. What are streaming about? Nothing. You just have to hit record and they just stay. It's weird. You can do anything. Just did a video or reacted to a video of Jank. Some guy was using a phrase. He's like, they attacked a Confederate statue, and he's like, oh, whoever did that should be hung up by a rope. You know, and Jank took that to mean, oh, he wants to hang black people. And so he then spent the rest of the video showing black and white photos of actual black people being hung. The guy wasn't talking about black people. He was talking about anybody who attacked that statue. And he was kidding. It was not literal. But Jank decided to teach us that hanging people is wrong. Just incredible.
I think he tried to teach you that hanging black people.
Right. Hanging black people. Hanging white people. When does that happen? And if it did, is it even wrong?
Right.
I mean,
exactly.
there's a black serial killer in America. He killed 5 white dudes in like a couple days. And Jank didn't cover it. No videos.
When?
In America. Some young black guy just wanted to kill all white people.
Recently.
Yeah, this week.
Serious?
Uh-huh.
You didn't know?
It's okay. Huh? My girlfriend is telling me not to put my teacup on the floor. She's concerned. I'm trying to save the world from bad ideas, and she's worried about stains. Oh. All right. Well.
I sent you a text.
Did you? What did it say? Is it you quoting our show? Nice. Well, we have to go watch our show.
I think it's extremely bad.
Yeah, we love their Dutch accents. It's so funny. Norseman. You gotta check it out.
Such a good show.
So good.
I'm doing the laundry. We still got 15 minutes.
15?
Yeah.
15 minutes of freedom before
I will take it back.
There it is.
And
it's gone.
Message, and it tells me that the people at YouTube have turned the page and have started to believe in free speech.
And it's gone.
What?
It's gone. It's all gone.
Yeah, so my channel has been shadow banned. It is nowhere to be seen. If you type it into your search bar, it doesn't show up. It's as if it doesn't exist, but it's still there. It's just nobody knows about it. It's not showing up on Social Blade. It's not going to be in your recommended views. It's not even searchable. So in other words, the people at YouTube and Google have decided to remove the power of any algorithm when it comes to my channel. It has been ostracized, cast out into the desert in shame. This is very disappointing.
Disappointed!
You could describe this behavior as fascistic, which makes me think that I might need to employ the services of
Antifa!
Disappointed!
One thing that kind of perturbed me is that one of my favorite videos, the video I did on Sam Harris and the morality of the Christian God, which has 850,000 views, and here it is.
Before they reach the age of 5.
Very proud of this video. I put a bunch of work into it, and I hope that it is seen by more people. Problem is, if you copy this title and then paste it into YouTube, it will not appear. It's not there. There's a mirror of it on some other dude's channel. But the original one with that exact title and 850,000 views, that's not showing up? Why? Why, guys, why? So yes, I got my main channel back, but the views are very, very low because I don't think they have the notifications on. I don't think people get notified when I publish a new video. On top of that, I am shadow banned. There is no appeal process. And what does it do for me? Well, it sucks for me because, once again, I cannot reach these people, can't get to them, can't grow, can't acquire new patrons, and God bless the ones I do have. But right now, it's like I'm tap dancing for the same 5 people. It's like I'm a child in a large family who has a particular talent, and every time there's a family gathering, they wheel me out to do my song and dance. But I'm doing it for Aunt Becky, and Uncle Roger, and Grandpa and Grandma every time. Every time. They're already patrons. Grandpa gives me a crisp $10 note every year. This is not changing. And the only thing that will change is that Grandpa will die, and so will the $10 notes. This is my problem. This is me venting my frustration, because what it does is it hobbles me, it neuters me, it's a kick in the nuts. It makes me wake up in the morning and think, fuck this. Not, let's make a video and create, because it will be seen by many people. No, it's, hey, how can YouTube fuck you in the ass today? Well, I grow weary, and I, Jack, the Pumpkin King, have grown so tired of the same old thing. So what do I expect? I don't know. There's no point. I'm just letting you know that this fuckery is afoot. I realize you can't do anything for me. I realize I can't do anything for me. But I want you to look at me like that large blue alien from Avatar, lock eyes with me, stroke and caress my face, and say, I see you. That's all I want. That's all I've ever wanted. But you must be blue and you must be over 8 feet. Otherwise it won't work.
With the lights out, it's less dangerous. Here we are now, entertain us.
Okay, that's it. That's all she wrote. Hope you guys have a good day. Bye. Right?